So bond order, what is bond angle? Bond angle is the angle that exists between the bonds which are present in a molecule. It's an angle between the orbitals containing bonding electron pairs around the central atom in a molecule or in a complex ion. So this bond angle is expressed in degrees. Okay. So the bond angle is the distance between the bonds which are present in a molecule. It tells us about the shape. Bond angle is the main property which determines the shape of the molecule. For example, if we talk about the shape of this water molecules, so generally we used to write water like this: hydrogen H, single bond O, single bond H. But the actual shape of water is like this, and the angle which is the bond angle which is present in the water molecule is 104.5 degrees. So this is the angle, bond angle, which is present inside the molecule of water between the hydrogen atoms. This is the distance at which these two hydrogens experiences minimum repulsion and maximum stability. Okay, so this angles generally determines that what has to be the shape of that molecule, right? So next topic is bond enthalpy. What is bond enthalpy? Bond enthalpy is the amount of energy which is required to break that bond which exists between the elements. Okay, we know this thing, the atom combined together with the help of bond. So if we talk about the energy which is required to break that bond, that is bond enthalpy. So, if you talk about the boiling point, freezing point, melting point, so this is not the point of the elements which are present in that atom. No, this is the point, this is the energy, amount of energy which is required to break that bond. For example, if we talk about the boiling point of water, which is 100 degrees Celsius. So, 100 degrees Celsius is the amount of heat which is required to break this bond which is present between hydrogen and oxygen. So this is the energy which is associated with the bond only, right? Whenever the number of bond increases, whenever the bond order will increase, this means we require large amount of energy to break these bonds. If you want to break the single bond, so we require lesser energy as compared to the double and triple. If you want to break the double bonds, so you require large amount of energy because now the bond strength is maximum. So you require extra energy to break the second bond. And if we talk about the in diatomic molecule, if three bonds are present there, so you require more amount of energy to break this triple bond. So that is why whenever in a same type of nucleus, homonucleus, we are talking about homonucleus where diatomic molecules are present. So in homonucleus, what happened? The amount of energy which is required to break the bond is bond enthalpy, and that will be like particular. But if we go to the heteromolecules means we have different nucleus. For example, HCl, hydrogen is metal, hydrogen have metallic properties and chlorine has negative. So if heteronucleus combine together, so it has different energy. Means for example, to break the bond between hydrogen and chlorine, we require 431.0 kilojoule per mole energy. Okay, if we talk about polyatomic, so in polyatomic we require extra energy, right? So if we have different types of atom, more than two elements present and combined together to form a molecule, means they require extra energy to break that bond, right? So this is actually depend on the atoms which are combined. So if you talk about the polyatomic, and if someone asks you that what is the boiling point of a polyatomic compound, for example this ethanol, so ethanol is polyatomic. It has carbon, it has hydrogen, and it has oxygen also. If we talk about the boiling point of all of these three, so we just find out an average and mean bond enthalpy. I think you are familiar with this average or mean word. We used to find out mean, median, mode. So mean, we used to find out the average, the bond, average bond enthalpy. So for example, if H2O is there or ethanol is there, if H2O is there, is general example, let's just take the general example. The hydrogen, the bond enthalpy of breaking of first hydrogen. So whenever it start breaking, then for two ions form, that is H positive and OH negative. So the bond enthalpy is this. And if you want to break the bond which exists between O and H, so you require lesser amount of energy to break this. And so if someone asks you that what is the bond enthalpy, bond dissociation enthalpy of water molecule, then in case you just find out the average bond enthalpy, and the formula for average is first energy plus second energy divided by half, and you will get your answer. So the bond enthalpy, average bond enthalpy of water is 464.5 kilojoule mole, right? So if we talk about the bond order, what is bond order? The Lewis dot structure describes about the covalent bonding which exist between the atoms. But there is like different types of bonds, how bonds form. So bond order is the like number of bonds which exist between the elements. So for example, if through the Lewis dot structure, if some element exchange donate one electron, then one bond will be there. If they donate the second electron, this two bond will be there. If they are sharing or donating the three electron, three bonds, third three bonds will be there. So there are different types of bonding. There is a different types of bond order. So that is one, two, and three. Single bond, double bond, and triple bond. Single bond is like hydrogen, oxygen combined with double bond, and nitrogen combined with triple bond. Okay. In case of the heteronucleases, diatomic molecules, we do have the same type of bond order. So generally the atoms combine together with single bond, double bond, and triple bond. This was explained by this theory. Okay. So next is resonance structure. What is resonance structure? Resonance uh, means without disturbing the content or the amount of bond or the number of bonds. The molecule arrange the bonds in such way so that they can gain a stable state. Okay, they can exist in a stable form. For example, if we talk about O3, so there are three resonating structures are there. Number one, we know this thing that oxygen combined with double bonds, right? So we have O3. O3 is there. So in this, what is happening? In first case, first resonating state case, one and the second high oxygen atom combined with the double bond. In next case, the first oxygen is combining with the double bond, but they have different bond length. In single bonds, we have 148 picometer bond length and 121 picometer in double bond. So there is a distortion in the shape of O3 molecule. So what happens? The O3 exists, thus attain a stable state by arranging its bond like that, so that the bond length of both the bonds which are present, all the bonds which are present in a molecules will be same, like this. So the resonating state, resonant hybrid. The third structure is known as resonant hybrid. So in this we have same equal type of bone length, that is 180, 128 picometer. So this is the resonating hybrid. Okay, this is the resonating structure. So, according to this concept of resonance, whenever a single Lewis dot structure cannot describe a molecule accurately, so a number of structure with similar energies, similar position of nucleus, bonding, non-bonding pair of electrons are taken as canonical structure of hybrid, which describes the molecule accurately. So canonical structure is a new word here. What do you mean by canonical structure? So any set of representation of the resonance structure of a molecule, each of which contributes to the real structure. After the contribution of all the entities, okay, we just find out the real structure of the molecule, right? So there are so many examples there. We do have so many types of resonating structures. So if we talk about the CO2 negative, so what is happening? one central atom is carbon, means central atom is carbon and it is surrounded by three oxygens. So what is happening? First, first oxygen combining with double bond, next second, and then third. So these are the like resonating hybrids of these are the canonical representation. Three canonical representations, three resonating hybrids are there. It can be exist like this, and like that also. Okay. Same with CO2. What is happening with CO2? CO2 can also exist in three forms. First is this, in which it is both the oxygen combined with double bond. It can also exist in like this, where first oxygen combining with the double bond and the second oxygen combine with the carbon with triple bonding. And we can just reverse this thing, where first oxygen combine with triple bonding and second oxygen combine with double bond. So these are also the three canonical forms. Okay, so why means what are the main features of resonance? Means resonance stabilize the molecules as the energy of the resonance hybrid is less than the energy of the single canonical structure. So this is the resonance is the most the like the sense which just stabilize the molecule. This is the form at which the molecule become more stable as compared to the singly canonical structure. So resonance averages the bond characteristics as a whole. If you want to just give the definition of resonance in one line, so what is the basic advantage of resonance? The resonance averages, it just averages the bond characteristics as a whole, right? It's just average out all the bone characteristics, so that like the structure will not be affected and molecule become more stable. So earlier there were some misconceptions about this resonance. What was that? The canonical forms have no real existence, but they really exist. This was proved by this theory. The molecule does not exist for certain fraction of time. One canonical form from another canonical of time to another canonical form means there is they do not have any fixed things, but it is fixed. They just turn to from one canonical form to another to get to just stabilize. Okay. Third misconception was there is so much equilibrium between the canonical form. We have tautomeric form and tautomerism form, keto and enol. They stated that there is no equilibrium present between these forms, but this was a misconception. We have a equilibrium between the tautomeric and tautomerism form. Okay, the molecules as such has single structure, which is the resonance hybrid of the canonical form, which cannot such be deposited by a single Lewis dot structure. Means the canonical form cannot be expressed by a single Lewis dot structure. Means Lewis dot structure is not singly enough to explain about the resonating forms. Okay. Next is polarity of bonds. The existence of 100% ionic or covalent bond represent an ideal situation. In reality, no bond in a compound is either completely ionic and covalent. Okay, so means if ionic bond is there, it can contain or it must contain the characteristics of other. For example, if covalent bonding is there, there must be ionic characters. Some ionic character must be there. If ionic bond is there, so it has also some covalent characteristics. So no such bond is completely ionic or covalent. So if we talk about the similar elements, means if we talk about the diatoms, for example H2O2, Cl2 and F2, in which similar atoms combine together to form a molecule, then what will happen? What is the result of that? What will happen if single type of molecules combine together? So means what is happening? They are sharing a pair of electrons equally. For example, oxygen combines means oxygen atom are sharing the electrons to become stable, because the diatomic form whenever they don't have any other molecule or any other atoms to combine with, so to become stable instead of becoming unstable like nascent type. So they just form diatomic to become stable so that they can exist in nature. So what will happen, that they share their electron pair. Okay, if electron means if electron present in this elements, they are sharing by the two nucleuses. Okay, so the bond form is non-polar covalent compound. We don't have different poles here. In oxygen, both the atoms are electronegative, so there will be no poles. So that covalent bonding is known as non-polar. But whenever the electron is shared between an electropositive and electronegative, what will happen? There will be a covalent bonding or the polar covalent bond. Means hydrogen, if we talk about the hydrogen and fluorine, HF. So hydrogen is metallic property. It has property to donate the electrons. And chlorine it has non-metallic property. It has the property to accept the electron. So we have two poles there. One is positive and second one is negative. Right? So what is the result of polarization? We have now poles. Polarization means poles are present. So this bond is known as polar covalent bond. So what is the result of polarization? The result of polarization means at this time the molecule possesses the dipole moment. What is the dipole moment? Dipole moment is defined as the product of magnitude of charge and the distance between the center of positive and negative charge. It is usually designated by a letter with which we can show the dipole moment. So dipole moment in whole is denoted is just denoted by charge into distance of separation, means the distance which exists between the elements, right? And this charge is the unit of charge is coulomb and the distance is meter. So what will happen when dipole moment is there means the bonding, the means charge, this will be the charge, the product of charge and the distance between the distance of separation of the atoms, right? So dipole movement just it's a vector quantity. Okay, it just shows the direction of the movement of the, like when towards where there, towards which point the movement of the pose is exists. So the influence or the movement of the bond, influence of the bond is maximum towards the electronegative element. So you just represent this dipole moment with the form of an arrow. The arrow end will means shows the direction of movement of the bond, which is towards the electronegative, and the end will be towards the positive. Right. So this arrow symbolizes the direction of the shifting of the electron density of the molecules. Means electron is moving from positive end to negative, and the other end shows the from where the electron cloud is shifting, right? So if we talk about a molecule, means polyatomic molecules, so we have polyatomic molecules water here, where we have two hydrogens and one oxygen. So what will we can, if you want to show the dipole moment, so the arrow end will come